Welcome to our Monday evening yoga class. My name is Christy and I'm coming to you from Vancouver, Washington. And we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to have a nice wide stance right here. And I want you to go ahead and take a nice deep breath in as we bring our arms up and exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. Two more. Wonderful. And now we're just going to go ahead and just go side to side. Great. And in the chat box, there's a couple of different links to playlist if you would like to listen to any music during this practice. And now we're just going to hold it. Good. And let's then go to the other side. Good. Okay. And now we're going to go into a nice side lunge. So we're really going to go ahead and come on down. Then a really good deep lunge here. Using our hand support to support us. Really feeling our inner thigh right here stretching. Keeping our head in a nice neutral position. Good, and then we're going to go ahead and walk ourselves over to the other side. And then walking ourselves to center. We're just going to go ahead and do a nice forward fold. You can have a slight bend to your knees if you would like. They don't need to be locked out. And then I want you to halfway lift so our back is nice and straight. And then we're going to go ahead and fold again. See if you can get just a little bit deeper into this forward fold. Good, and now I want you to go ahead and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders, neck, and head come up last. We're going to go ahead and go to the top of our mat. I want you to go ahead and spread those toes, get a really nice firm stance. Just kind of roll those shoulders back so you're standing up nice and tall. Palms are facing forward. And I just want you to take a few breaths in right here. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and bring our arms up into an upward salute. Slight back bend. And then swan dive down into a forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And then go ahead and we're going to step our right leg back. We're going to get into that nice low lunge. Stretching out our hip flexors here. And then go ahead and bring that back knee down, untuck those toes, and see if you can get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Good. Now go ahead, untuck those toes, come up off that knee. We're going to go into a high lunge or a crescent lunge. Bringing our arms up. Good. And then we're bringing our hands to heart center. And we'll bring the back of our back of our right arm onto our left thigh for a twist. Keeping your gaze nice and soft. Coming back up, bringing those arms back up. Pivoting that back foot, going into warrior two. So our front heel is in line with the arch of our back foot. Peaceful warrior or a reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Windmill the arms down. Step that leg back down to a plank. Coming up to cobra. Then to down dog. Pedal those feet a little bit. Move the hips side to side. And then I want you to look towards the top of your mat. Hop or step up. You're in a nice forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take a nice deep breath in here. Palms are facing forward. On the next inhale, arms come up. And on exhale, swan dive down into a forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And this time we're stepping our left leg back into that nice low lunge. Now we're going to bring that back knee to the ground, untuck those toes, and see if you can get a little bit deeper into that lunge. Untuck that back toe. Lift up that back knee. We're going to come up into a nice crescent lunge. And then bringing our hands to heart center. The back of our left arm is going to go onto our right thigh for a nice twist. Coming back to heart center, arms come up. Drop the back leg, the back foot and pivot it into warrior two. Softly gazing over your front middle finger. Into a peaceful warrior. Back to warrior two. And then windmill the arms down. Step back into a high plank. Lower down. Up to cobra. Into down dog. We're just going to rest here for a moment. Feel free to pedal the feet if you would like, or you can just hang out. Keep your head in a nice neutral position. And I want you to look up towards the top of your mat, hop or step up, nice forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Palms are facing forward, standing up nice and tall. Focusing on the inhale and the exhale. And then I want you to inhale, arms come up, slight back bend, and then bend those elbows so we're in a nice cactus pose. And then bring the arms back up. We're going to bend the hips and the knees and come into a chair pose. And then forward fold. Step back to a plank. To coming on down. Up to a cobra. Into a down dog. And then with your right leg up. And I want you to go ahead, bend that knee, and give some nice big circles. Let's reverse it. And then have it come back. Step it forward. Pivot that back leg. And come up to warrior two. We're going to straighten that front leg. We're going to shift our hips back and coming down to a triangle pose. Your hands can be on your thigh, your shin, or the ground, but not on your knee. If this hurts your head, or excuse me, your neck, to look up, you can keep it in a neutral position or look down at the ground. Come back up, neutralize your hips, bring them back to a neutral position, and sink down again. Now we're going to go ahead, bring our right arm onto our right thigh for a nice side angle pose. If you would like, you can also bring your hand down to the ground, whatever's more comfortable to you. Good. Coming back to warrior two. Bring those arms down. Step back. Lower down. Into cobra. To down dog. And catch your breath. Now lift up that left leg. Bend your knee. Nice big circles. Other direction. And then up. And step it forward. Pivot that back foot. Come on up to warrior two. Softly gazing over your front middle finger. Then straighten your hips, or excuse me, straighten your front leg. Move your back hips back and come down to a triangle. Keeping our chest nice and open. Good. Coming back up, bringing our hips back to neutral, bending that front leg. And then left forearm onto left thigh or to the ground. Coming back up. Windmill the arms down, step back, lower down, up to cobra, and back to down dog. And I want you to go ahead and take your feet to each side of the mat. We're going to sink our knees down so they're in line with the feet. Untuck those toes, sink the hips back into child's pose. Coming back up into a nice tabletop position. So knees are in line with hips, wrists are in line with our shoulders. We're going to take our right arm, lift it out to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and bring it underneath our left arm. And resting our head with the rubbing that needle, just getting that really good shoulder stretch. All right, come back up to that tabletop. We're going to lift that left arm out to the side, then underneath the right arm, and come on down. Come back to that tabletop position. And now we're going to come into a seated position, something that's nice and comfortable for you. If you would like to have a blanket underneath that you're sitting on, feel free to grab one. Have your palms facing upwards. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Begin to gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Softly blink your eyes open, keeping your gaze nice and soft. Thank you for allowing me to guide you on this practice today. Just a reminder, next Monday is Labor Day, so we will not be having classes, but we do have all of these classes on our YouTube channel. And so I hope you have a wonderful evening and a great rest of your week. Namaste.